Listening to the Casual Sports Show.
Palmer stepping away at first. Palmer extending the play. Crosses the field. Larry Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald is going to take it into Green Bay territory.
The show exclusively known as the voice of the Arizona Cardinals fan club, the Bird Gang.
Fitzgerald inside the 30, the 20. Fitzgerald is insane.
Now with your host, Earl Burnett, a.k.a. Casual E.
Bird Gang on three. 1, 2, 3. Bird Gang.
And greetings, Bird Gang. It is another lovely Monday night. And of course, coming with that is another edition of the Casual Sports Show. I'm your host, Earl Burnett. He is Sean McConnell in the other box that you see on me on Facebook Live. And we bring this show to you every Monday night to give you the latest of what's going on in the Arizona Cardinal world and Suns Nation and whatever other big stories that are going down that we can cover as well. You want to be part of the show, you go ahead and hit us up on our social media outlets. Of course, tonight we're on Facebook Live as usual. So if you got a comment or whatever you want to do with that, go ahead and hit us up. But the tab for all the other social media is Casual Sports, Kazual, with a Z at the end of the word sports. And that is on all avenues as far as Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and our YouTube page. So it's been a long weekend for me. What about you, man? I'm kind of going through some bug or something. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, you definitely got something going on because I could just tell. There's not enough baritone going on in your voice right now. Something happened with me too. I lost something on the side of my face. The wife said it has to go or I gotta go, so I got rid of some of the. No, I'm just kidding.
I just noticed that.
I got rid. Some of it was going like Bozo the Clown on the side with the sideburns. I couldn't handle it no more. But I am rocking our KSRN merch. If you can see with the glare right there, bang bang. Coming to a website near you sometime. We'll think about if we're gonna do merch. Put it in the comments if you guys want merch. We'll see what happens.
I did tell you she was gonna get tired of it, didn't I?
I actually got tired of it too because it was not growing in like I thought it was going to. So I'm just going to be a goatee man, just like you, man. That's it.
Okay, sweet. Well, I mean, it was an experiment. So I wouldn't say going bad, but experiment, at least you tried it.
It was a better experiment than when the Suns had Dragic and Bledsoe together. How about that?
You crazy. All right, Bird Gang. We can talk about a whole lot of things, but we also got to find out what is going on in that wonderful world of sports. So here we go.
What's going on? What's going on? Yeah, what's going on? What's going on?
In the Casual House.
Well, it appears that our audio and stuff is working okay, so that's what's going on so far. That's always a good thing, right?
Right.
That's always a thing, and I'm pretty sure that Facebook Live appreciates that. So, but we can talk about, of course, the NBA is going down. Our Suns are playing tonight. They're playing the Jazz, and we don't fare too well against that team. But I got a feeling that they'll at least challenge them, like they challenged the world champs coming back from deficits back and forth like 3 or 4 times in that game. So
you're saying there's
they'll challenge them at least and not lay down.
52-51 right now. Yeah, it's close right now in the second, but there's a lot of game to go. And Utah, they're strong, man.
They are. And I haven't had a chance to turn around and look at it, but I'm wondering how is Ayton faring against Gobert. Remember the last time they played, or the first time they played, he was praising that dude like, that's a big, long dude. He's really good. He's really good. Like, dude, you can't be saying that out in public now. Come on now.
Well, Ayton right now has 8 points and 3 rebounds, while Gobert has 5 points and 2 rebounds with more minutes. So I would say Ayton's getting the best of him right now, but it's very slim margin at this point, what we're talking about.
It's not always about the points. It's always about how it looks. In Ayton's case, but that's good though that he can keep him down to 5 points. That's good. But we can also talk about, of course, today was the memorial of Kobe Bryant, and he was laid to rest already on the 7th of February. But today was just the remembrance and the memorial. That's like a tongue twister. The memorial went down today, and pretty much all of the NBA was there, almost, pretty much.
Yeah, and you told me before we got on that LeBron James was not there. See, I wasn't able to watch. I was at work, but LeBron James wasn't there?
A little. I heard it earlier when I was looking on NBC. They were saying that he wasn't in the building.
But were there other Lakers there current Lakers? Like,
oh, absolutely. All of the current ones were there. Magic was there. Kareem was there.
No, I mean like current active players. Like, did they have shoot around or something?
Yes. They had Kuzma was there. I mean, they were flashing the camera all over here. I'm thinking almost everybody in the NBA was there. Almost. I can't think of anybody else that I can't, just go that was not there. And then you go, man, I didn't see LeBron. That is weird. And I don't see too many stories about that either.
Yeah, that's wow.
That is kind of weird. And I hope it's not one of those things where he's saying he just can't take that, seeing him like that and going through that again and whatever. Because, I mean, come on. If Vanessa can get up there and do that, and be that strong and go through that, you can get up and come and be at the spot, man. I mean, I don't understand that, but I guess later we'll end up finding out why he didn't show. Yeah,
that's interesting.
Very interesting. And what's so interesting about it, I haven't heard anything else about it. And usually when they go down in the news, people always got something to say. But
I wonder if he was there, but he stepped out because he couldn't take it, or that's interesting for sure. Because I mean, that's a person that the camera tends to catch.
I mean, the camera will follow you, and I think, Michael was there, so of course, he spoke, and he did a good job speaking. I mean, it's kind of funny when he added about another one of those memes are going to start up again.
Yeah, but this is definitely going to be one that's going to be held with a little bit different feel to it.
Yeah, and Vanessa did a heck of a job standing strong. Check it out.
God knew they couldn't be on this earth without each other. He had to bring them home to heaven together. Babe, you take care of our Gigi. And I got Nani, Bibi, and Coco. We're still the best team. We love and miss you, Boo Boo and Gigi. May you both rest in peace and have fun in heaven until we meet again one day. We love you both and miss you forever and always. Mommy.
Man, that had to be hard.
Yeah. I mean, that's hard to hear right now.
You stare that woman in the face and you tell me you can't make it down to to the services. I mean, I don't know. I would love to see I won't call it an excuse, but I would love to hear what it is, why he didn't show up. And he lives right there in L.A. I mean, come on now. That's
yeah.
I don't get that. Other parts of that, another part of that is Vanessa today also sued the helicopter company.
I did hear that. Yes.
Negligence. Yeah. Filed a suit. Is filing a suit against the helicopter company because it was the pilot that was fault. Being negligent. Shouldn't have been flying in that weather if he couldn't handle it. And one of the tell stories of this memorial that stood out to me was Rob Pelinka texting him minutes before it happened. So they never saw it coming.
Yeah.
They didn't see it coming because he says his last text was about this baseball guy he was going to get him in touch with, and next thing you know, a few minutes later, there was no more texting. So they didn't see it coming. This guy is flying his plane and he's disoriented, or flying his helicopter disoriented, not knowing where he is. He's speeding, from what I'm hearing. He was doing about almost 200 miles an hour, close to it, through the fog, through the clouds where you can't see anything. And he thinking he's at one level, but he's at another level. He goes straight into a mountain.
Wow.
So they didn't see it coming. And I'm like, wow, that's definitely negligence. That's definitely on the pilot.
Weren't they talking about, too, that there was a potential faulty, at least a gauge about the elevation? So he might have thought he was at a certain elevation and he wasn't. So she must be suing the company for not checking the equipment.
Both of them. She's suing the company. She's suing his flight instructors, whoever had him trained and everything. I'm like, wow, she's going after everybody because somebody's got to take the blame.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to take it because that's not something that's just going to happen and get swept under the rug. I mean, 9 lives are taken off of a bad decision.
Right.
And all he had to do was to say, no, we don't. The flights, we gotta cancel it. It's not safe or whatever. But one thing that strikes me too was if you're flying and can't see, wouldn't you rather just slow down, stop, and hover somewhere and get higher till you can see where you are?
Yeah, I mean, I have zero knowledge of helicopters, but that's what common sense I think would tell you, right?
It got something to do with flight and airspace and all of that, but I don't know, man. That's just, man, it's sad. That's really sad.
Yeah.
Another thing we can talk about the ASU Sun Devils basketball team has won 7 straight and did not make the top 25. Can you believe that?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I can. It's NCAA basketball. It's a different thing to get ranked in basketball than it is for football because there's more games. The strength of schedule is different. Who you're playing is different. It's different. I'm not saying I'm not upset. I still think they should deserve to be ranked, but no, I'm not surprised that they haven't been yet.
What do they have to do? They beat the number 14 team, and the number 14 team is still ranked.
Right. Of course they are. But Pac-12 basketball has a bit of a knock on it right now. I mean, they're playing Pac-12 teams, and there's not a lot of weight with these games. So if you're a good team, they're expecting you to beat these Pac-12 teams, short of Oregon and Colorado. But yeah, I'm not surprised. But I think if they can keep going, as long as they get in March Madness, that's all I'm really going to care about, right? I mean, that's all that matters.
Cares about, but I just think that was kind of unfair. I mean, but then rankings don't really mean because they can be there one day and gone the next.
Exactly.
So so it doesn't really matter. But you're right. But
There's
so
4
do you think
left.
that everybody's kind of thinking this team is a fluke? Is that what you think it could be? That?
I mean, it could be. I mean, but 7 straight is nothing to just scoff at. I mean, you had Cal by 5, Stanford by 5. Beat USC by 2. I mean, these are closer games, certainly, but they're still wins, and they beat U of A. I'm just throwing that out there.
Yeah, exactly. Being down 20 points, came back and won.
Yeah, I think it's just more of a knock on the conference as a whole.
I think so.
There's not a lot of Pac-12 love when it comes to football or basketball.
Yeah, either way. I mean, yeah, you're right. Look at the watered down version. I mean, look at the watered downness of the Pac-12. Everybody's hanging around 4 losses in the same. Usually there's supposed to be a dominant team that's killing everybody, and
there really isn't.
And it's not. It's like anybody can beat anybody on any given night. So I guess that's okay. But I love that. That what's his name? Verges. That kid, man. That kid, linky looking, but. He knows how to get his own shot, man. He can take people to the rack all night long. I was watching him. I said, at least we got somebody that can get their own shot.
Yeah, and what's good is that they're building this program. They're obviously this isn't a place where people are gonna go. Just it's not a Kentucky. It's not a Duke. It's not one of those blue blood schools. But ASU's making a name for themselves. They are slowly getting more notoriety, and it takes a while to build a program. It's not a flash in the pan overnight. That stuff just doesn't happen.
Right.
So, I mean, short of a March Madness deep run that they make that surprises a lot of people, I don't know that this program's going to just wake up next year and be top 10 all year long.
Okay. Well, they're showing signs of getting better, and that's always a good thing.
Yeah, that's all you can ask for right now.
Basketball. Yeah, exactly. That's all you can ask for. And then, of course, we can talk about the Cardinals going into combine and going into the draft, and how many times the mock drafts have changed from offensive tackles to defensive, outside linebackers to cornerback and then
which
the
means
receivers are starting.
They have no idea.
Back.
They got no idea.
Exactly.
No, you and I have the idea. We know what's going to happen.
We know what they should do.
I'll tell you what. If they don't draft CeeDee Lamb Earl Burnett's going to do the next show shirtless. How about that? How about that, ladies and gentlemen? There's some good TV for you.
If they don't get CeeDee Lamb, I'm writing a letter to Steve Kine, man. Straight up. I'm writing a letter. I'm gonna be like, look, dude, what the hell?
You don't have to. You know, as long as the letter's attached to a 6-pack, I don't think he's gonna read it.
But is there anything else on the dock I'm missing? We got.
You know, I think
Hurricane coming in tonight. My man Chris Styles Lechuga from the Frontline Music Militia is going to be coming in tonight. Oh my God. He's going to be coming in tonight. That was
people
fun.
are trying to come in right now. I tell you what.
That's that audio for you. Pick it up from everywhere. But
No, I mean, I think as far as stuff that's going on right now, other than that, later in the show, I think we're going to talk about some notable defensive free agents that got my eye when I was, goofing off during work. I got a nice list brewing for you, Earl. I can't wait to see what you do with it because, again, we know the Cardinals have a lot of money and they got a big old hole in the defense. So I got some ways on how we can spend that money. I love spending money.
Well, we got a lot of it so far this year, and let's see what Steve Kine does with spending our money. But we're going to take a break here. We're going to have my man Chris come in, and we're going to talk a little bit about what he has got going on in the Bird Gang and for his foundation and for Frontline Music Militia. And, they do a whole lot in the community, and we're going to talk to them when we get back. Stick around, Bird Gang. We'll be right back listening to the Casual Sports Show right here on KSRNAZ.com.
Merry New Year!
In this country, we say happy.
Happy New Year!
From all of us here at Casual Sports Radio Network.
Edmonds has a Cardinal touchdown. He's got 2 to
Your sports news and the best shows daily. Tune into the best internet station on the web.
Little jump shot is good. It's an 8-0 Pollock leading off the second against Ross Stripling.
And a drive to left. That ball's got a chance, and that ball will fly out of here. Number 6.
KSRN Casual Sports Radio Network. Subscribe today.
Who goes yonder? It is I, sire, Richard of Nottingham. Well, speak up, man. What is it? News from the east, sire. Larry has returned. Lying. Larry. You need Larry. Larry!
Send a message. Larry.
Larry! Fitzgerald has returned.
You're listening to KSRN, Casual Sports Radio Network.
Hey, what's good, everybody? This is J Love, and you are in the Casual House. It's Casual Sports. You can.
K-A-D.
What's good, Arizona?
This is Frontline Music Militia,
And we listen to Casual
E on the Casual Sports Show.
the exclusive voice of the Bird Gang.
You know.
Yeah.
Welcome back. Welcome back into the Casual House Bird Gang. And we have a Bird Gang presence coming into the house tonight. And the one and only, my man from the Frontline Music Militia, Chris Styles. What's going on, Chris, man?
Hey, what's up, big girl? How you guys doing?
Oh man, we doing good, man. And you? I mean, you a busy man lately.
Man, staying busy, keeping it moving.
Yeah. I know how it goes, man. First of all, before we do anything else, let me start off by thanking you guys again for coming out and being a part of that Phoenix 5K run and getting all that organized for that DJ and all the music. Man, that was awesome, and everybody loved every bit of it, man. I appreciate you doing that.
Yeah.
Thank you, man. It was our pleasure. We're happy to be a part of all that.
Right.
We look forward to being a part of it next year as well.
Oh yeah, it's going to grow, so everybody's looking forward to it, next year. So that's cool. Of course, we got my man Sean on the co-host right here. So
what's up, Chris?
Say what's up to him.
What's up, Tom?
How you doing?
All right.
Good.
All right. So let's get into what you got going, man. I know Saturday you've been putting this event out, and we wanna get some more people kind of flocking to it, and it's at that our spot. That Desert Rose, man, that place fills up. So
Desert Rose is going down.
All right.
Yep, Christina, with your nonprofit organization, My Cancer Warriors, put together an amazing event called the Leap Year Cancer Fundraiser.
Okay.
And it's going down this Saturday, February 29th at the Desert Rose. Doors open at 7 p.m. It's going to be an amazing lineup. We got 3 girls from LA coming out. Okay. We got 3 of the Southwest girls coming out. So it's West Coast and Southwest coming together to bang this concert out.
Okay.
We got Brittany Nicole, Linda La Chicana, Elvia Cadena from LA. And then from Phoenix, we got Queen Yasha, Carissa G, and Cece Young, and the New Destiny Band, hosted by, myself and DJ Tony DePaz. So Christina did an outstanding job putting this together, and we were happy to be part of that as well.
Yeah, she does a good job of doing that all the time, and I love the Cancer Warriors. Tell us how that started again, and how you guys got a part of that, because I know you have a story behind that's fueling all of this, what you guys do.
Oh, sure. Well, let's hear it from the horse's mouth. But I guess she's camera shy, right? Or microphone shy.
Oh, tell Christina to get on the line. Get on the dang radio, girl.
She just I'm trying to twist her arm, but she's not. She's
man. All right.
But it started, when she was diagnosed with cancer, and
right.
We fought that battle, and we're still fighting that battle to this day. And we put together a benefit fundraiser for her at the American Legion Post 41, and everybody came out and showed out. So it was cool. It was a concert/car show led by Redeem Christian Car Club. So it was a good turnout. We had about 5 bands, a couple of DJs. We had a car hop. It was amazing.
Right.
And from there, she took it. She took the bull by the horns and ran with it. She started her own nonprofit organization, 501c3.
All right.
And it's just been snowballing ever since.
That's awesome, and you guys have gotten with a lot of other organizations that I see helping out. So and sure. We're always a part of that too. We're always a part of that too. So when something goes down, you and I kind of join heads and start hashing out stuff, and we start getting things done. So with this event that's going on at the Desert Rose. I know the last time we were there at the Desert Rose, I mean, almost 650 or 700 people showed out to another cancer event for I forgot her name, Tejada.
Victoria.
Yeah, Victoria Tejada.
Yes, it was a big turnout. I mean, we had almost close to 100 raffles. And it was relentless.
So is that some of the same things going to be happening?
Between sets,
Right.
It turned out to be a very good benefit. And after this benefit, this Leap Year Cancer Fundraiser benefit, in April, we'll be back again to do 3 recipients late April. And we'll keep you posted on that, man. And we can't thank you enough for always, returning a favor back and supporting us.
Absolutely.
As Casual Sports always does. It goes above and beyond sports.
Right.
We, everybody's affected by cancer in some way, shape, or form. So we can't thank you guys enough.
Yeah, no problem at all, man. So give us a little bit more if somebody wants to get involved with this thing again, and some of the activities that are going to be going on. I know you guys usually do like raffles and all those types of things. So is that the same type of thing going to be happening at this event?
Sure.
Okay.
For sure. We have a glam bag that we're going to be raffling off. It has a $100 gift card to Truth Their Hair and a $100 gift hair products, a $50 Ultra gift card. That's all in one glam bag. And then we have the Hookup Outfitters blessed us with a half-a-day guided fishing trip at Lake Pleasant, valued at $500.
Wow.
And we have some Bulls versus Suns tickets.
Oh, sweet.
On April 5th. And that's going to be at the F and Baca Lounge. And it's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing.
Right.
And that's a big one right there. And then we have the date night raffles that we're doing. So we have a lot of other different raffles that we're doing, smaller raffles as well. We have a Cancun trip. It's a getaway. It's a 5-day, 4-night in Cancun.
Snap. Really?
And some guy at the kindness of his heart saw what we're doing.
Right.
A perfect stranger, and donated a trip to Cancun.
That's awesome.
So
that's awesome.
And it's going to be an amazing night. There's going to be a lot of cool raffles. The entertainment's going to be intense. It's going to be a fun night. New Destiny is going to definitely show up and show out and have everybody on the dance floor.
Right.
They're going to be our headliner with CC Ya.
Right.
So it's going to be an amazing night. We hope everybody can go online to Ticket Leap and just type in Leap Year Cancer Fundraiser and get your tickets online for $20 or $25 day of the show. But or just inbox me, myself or Christina.
Okay.
It's going to be an amazing event.
Do you know the offhand all the Desert Rose information, just in case people were looking, where that is and where that's located? 'Cause I know a lot of people know about it, but as far as the address goes and how to get there.
Yeah, the Desert Rose. Yeah, it's off of 57th Drive, just south of Glendale, really off of Grand Avenue.
Right.
And we just got confirmation that this gentleman that donated the Cancun raffle also donated another hotel stay in Cancun.
Oh man, that's pretty
cool.
Cool.
A lot of cool raffles, man. For only $5, you can't beat it.
Exactly.
You never know, you may end up taking a trip.
Hey, you never know. So Bergman, you know how to do it. These guys don't play around when it comes to putting these events together, especially for the cause. That's the main thing, is the cause of it. And come on out and support my man Chris and Christina at this event on Saturday again. Saturday and a time again, Chris?
It's Saturday, February 29th. Doors open at 7 p.m. And we ain't going to stop until the wheels come off. You know what I mean? We're going to keep on rolling.
We wouldn't expect anything less, Chris.
Exactly. Exactly. All right, man. I appreciate you coming in.
And bring your appetite. It's gonna be on the crack. We hope to see you all there, and thank you guys again for all your support.
Absolutely.
And
man.
anything we can do in the future to help you guys out as well, let us know, brother.
All right, man. You got it. You got it, man.
Thanks,
Take
Chris.
care, bro.
All right. Peace.
That was Chris Styles Lechuga from Frontline Music Militia. And they always putting together something, man. They always got something going as far as working in the community, and that's what this show has always been about from day one. Yeah, it's a sports, show and a sports station and all these things, and that's wonderful. But we get entrenched in the dang on community, and we start putting these events together. Like you saw the 5K run, we were part of that, and and going forward, we're going to be doing some things with CASA. That's in the works.
Yep.
So we work. And the organizations are getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and that's what's really good about this, because it's like, man, you drop the name Casa on people, and like, oh, I know who that is. It's like, bam, that's so.
Yeah,
so
and
it's
Earl,
gonna be cool, man.
We're big about the community because, as most of us Arizona sports fans, we have nothing better to do than enjoy each other's suffering company, and that's exactly what the community is about. So. That's why we get along together so well. We all suffer when it comes to sports, man. So yeah, definitely. And for those who are listening right now or on Facebook, all the info is on the Casual site, Facebook Live, or Neutral Zone, or even the AZ Bird Gang fan that's pumping out our video too. There's a link in the video as well. You can follow Frontline or go to the event straight from that link. So check it out, definitely.
Absolutely. Suns update. Man, they only down 2, bro.
2 with 11 to go in the third. The biggest part about this right now is the All-Star break was able to get Baines and Rubio healthy, even though Baines just missed a nice layup there. Come on, Baines. Rubio's energy. You wrote an article about this, right? This was you, or did Mitch write this article?
Mitch did.
Mitch did. So Oubre's energy lately has just been, yeah, he makes some dumb mistakes sometimes, and he takes some bad shots, but the energy that he brings, especially defensively, his hands are just all over the ball.
Yeah,
like all over.
His attitude is amazing. I mean, if everybody played like him, this team would be crazy.
He has the perfect dementia of a basketball player. He forgets the bad play and just moves right on to the next one.
Yeah, you see him too when he do something bad. He just runs down the field, like down the court with like
just
next play. Let's go.
Yeah,
it's hard to teach that. It's hard to teach that to somebody else. If you don't have that, I mean, man, that takes a long time to develop.
The counter opposite was like a Josh Jackson. If he made a mistake on one side, you'd see him go foul the guy on the other end of the floor, and that's just not how you do it. You gotta just find a way to fight through that, and make the smart play, and keep going, and do it with a high intensity. And he found a way to harness that, and that energy, Valley Boys forever, man. That energy can't leave. He's got to retire his son. I tell you that right now. That Valley Boys thing should not leave.
Yeah, hopefully that starting 5 is the future. Don't touch that. Leave it alone. Don't tweak it. Don't try to use somebody as leverage. Don't just let them grow together. We need somebody to start gelling together. Now they tied at 66. Man, this is getting good. So the Suns are battling right now, the Jazz, and that's always a good thing. So let's jump into the NBA as well. Anyway, the playoff push. 26, 27, 20-something games left?
Sounds about right, depending on the team, obviously, but yeah.
So let's go. I mean, is anybody really going to catch Memphis?
They are too hot. Barring some sort of freak injury, they are too hot right now to catch. At 8? I mean...
But what's so good about there are like 2 or 3 other teams behind them that are just as hot that can't catch them because they're all playing good at the same time.
Yeah.
I mean,
Blazers, Pelicans, and Spurs.
Fire, man. Blazers catching. I was like, wow. So how do you know what I was saying? I was thinking this the other day. You know who does not want to see who is it? The Blazers or no. OKC. Who's playing good right now, and probably in the 6th seed or 5th seed, one of those seeds.
They're in the 6th right
now. Houston does not want to see that team.
You mean Westbrook and Harden don't want to see that team?
Yeah, they had Westbrook and Harden not want to go up against Chris Paul right now. I'm telling you, if that matchup happens, that's going to be your upset.
That would be the most intriguing matchup of the whole playoffs.
He is balling out, and if he sees them 2 dudes coming in, he's gonna get blood in the eyes, and it's gonna be over.
Yeah, Chris Paul seems like the type to hold a grudge.
He does. But they're holding it down too. OKC, you never thought they would be that. I didn't think they would be this good.
No.
But Chris Paul has been the man keeping that ship together. And if the playoffs start right now, Houston is sitting in number 4, and OKC is sitting at 6. Houston would have to either jump up to 3 to play 6, or the opposite way around. OKC has to jump the number 5 seed. So,
right, which is it's not impossible.
I want to see that matchup. I want to see that matchup.
The problem with this year, man, as far as the Suns are concerned, is that nobody. Well, I wouldn't say nobody. A lot of people didn't expect the Nuggets, the Thunder. The Mavericks, once they made that trade, sure, but even the Jazz, those are some teams that you were expecting to be a little bit lower this year, maybe still making a playoff push, but the Nuggets at 2, I can't say I saw that coming. I certainly did not see it. I was thinking Lakers, Clippers, I would say Trailblazers, and how low they are is kind of surprising to me. Spurs are usually involved, and then the Warriors, obviously due to injury, sitting dead last right now is just that was the big shake-up for the whole NBA.
Yeah, that was. So there's a player that's balling like crazy right now that didn't make the All-Star game. Bradley Beal. Isn't it time for him to go ahead and leave Washington? And where would he go? Where would he fit better? I mean, the way he scores the ball, the way he's got to have the ball in his hands. Of course, it looks like.
Here's the thing.
But
a lot of people are saying the same thing about Booker. I mean, they're kind of similar when you think about it. The points they're putting up, the teams that they have to sit on and deal with, the recognition that they're not necessarily getting. You could make a case that Beal is the East Coast Booker.
He is. He is.
I don't want Beal on the West Coast
together.
No.
I mean, I know it's kind of absurd, but two firepowers like that on one team. I mean, you got to have star power to challenge in this league. So, I mean, we got one that's getting better and getting better, but we need another star to pair with him.
Didn't you just say not to shake it up and change the roster? Now you want us to bring in Bradley Beal?
No. I'm saying the roster because the guys that are around him right now are all role players, but they're good role players. They're young. You can keep them together. Bring in a star with the cap space or with the trade or whatever, but you don't trade the nucleus that you got together. That's what I'm saying. Keep them together, but bring in somebody else, star-wise, that could get them to the next level. Because where are they gonna go? They're gonna be the same team next year.
So you're still on the keep Ayton train, right? Because I know you flirted with getting on the train with me, but you're staying on. You're not getting rid of him.
I'm looking at Ayton as a role player right now, and so far he's a good role player. He's gonna give you what you need as far as
a very expensive
at least being some type of presence in the paint. Maybe not the most intense presence in the paint, but he is there. I mean, that 29 and 19 that he got the other night. I didn't get to watch that game, but I'm wondering, did it look like 29 and 19, or was it just one of those games where he's just picking up points as he goes?
And that might just be who Ayton is. And that's why I argue that the only trade of the nucleus that you make is Ayton. It's never Booker. It's never Oubre. Rubio is going to be a different story based on availability, right? Because he gets injured here and there. But Ayton's the one that I'd make the case for. If you're going to trade any nucleus player, it's that guy. Because you bought so high on it, and the return right now is not proving to be worth the number one pick.
Okay.
But right now, also the return to trade for him is not also worth what you spent to get him. So it's so tricky and dicey. Which I wouldn't be mad if people kept Ayton. I get it. He has to develop, right? Like, for anyone's success or anyone to grow, like, he has to do well. He can't fail.
Let me retract. Okay, you just said, like I said, to keep them together. Yeah, you're right. I did say that, but now that I'm thinking about it, you just said something good about the point guard. Rubio is kind of going up and down and kind of okay. So now can Bradley fit in that spot?
Bradley Beal at point guard, I don't love it. I mean, wouldn't you rather just have D'Angelo Russell?
Well, that would be the same player, exactly.
Right. I mean, but he plays the point guard, so like it's a little different.
Right. I don't know, man. I just think we need something else to push us over the edge, and it's not gonna come through the draft. It's got to come through a trade somewhere, a veteran that'll get over here that'll get them over the hump. But did you hear about the news? Booker selling his house?
Yeah, I did hear that. I had a feeling we're going to get into this. Let's get into this.
Right now, everybody got to try to put two and two together and stuff. But usually when you hear that,
there's
it starts
something
out
going
like,
on.
that ain't nothing. By the time you get to the end of the year, that it actually takes place.
Okay, but how many times has Larry Fitzgerald sold his house?
Yeah, exactly.
He's sold a couple houses in his day in Arizona. I mean, come on.
Yeah, Booker probably upgrading.
Yeah, he probably bought Larry's house. I mean, come on. That's probably all it was. But, they're not going to release that info. But they always just release that they sold their house. Like, yeah, Brady sold his house too. He has a giant house. He needs to downsize. Like, people move on. Booker, he can sell his house all he wants. He's still under contract. So unless he plans on staying in Bledsoe's salon until his contract runs out, I don't know where he's going to go. He's got nowhere to go.
Stay in Bledsoe's salon.
There's nowhere you can go. You force a trade out, that's fine. The Suns aren't going to do this one to you. Ryan McDonough's not here to trade you away because you requested it, like he did for everyone else. That's not happening.
Right.
That was McDonough's MO, right? You're unhappy?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'll trade you. Whatever. I only want people who are bought in. What? No one's going to buy in because we suck. Booker's one of those. You can't trade Booker. You can't. Even if he's mad, don't trade him.
Right.
Let him walk. Make him become the villain.
Give me a surprise team that's going to surprise in the playoffs.
Well, Chris just commented on Facebook. He said Miami. People are sleeping on Miami. I believe in Miami a lot. Jimmy Butler on any team can just wreak havoc. So Miami would be good to see go deep. I think the Nuggets are going to be interesting to see if they can really push through that next wall because they're doing so well right now and their record's going to set them up for success in the playoffs. But once they get
suck for the Nuggets, doesn't it suck for the Nuggets that those two LA teams just got stronger and they're going to be that third team again?
Yeah, of course it does. But I feel like Denver's built pretty good. I like the pieces they have.
Beat those LA teams.
Clippers maybe because I feel like the Clippers haven't played together like much.
Clippers are waiting for the playoffs.
So they're just resting. They're just doing the whole Spurs mantra.
Don't you see it? I mean, you talk about load management and all that crap. They're the main team doing that.
That's true. It's
they are waiting for the playoff because they got them dogs on defense that are going to lock down when the playoffs start. It's going to be hard to beat that team.
The L in LAC stands for load management. So yeah, for sure. I understand what you're saying there. But this team, I feel like the Nuggets could maybe push the Clippers. The Lakers, no, because LeBron in the playoffs is always just historically nuts. So I'm not going to say that the Nuggets are going to get through that freight train when apparently you have Anthony Davis next to him now. That's like the worst unfair thing you could think of. Just two physical freaks that are just going to like. How many NBA basketballs are they going to pop in the playoffs because they're just slamming it through the hoop? It almost doesn't even seem fair. I just watched Space Jam the other day. It's going to feel a lot like that. And not Space Jam 2 because that's not coming out for another 2 years.
The dynamics of the playoffs, the play will change. You know that. All this high fly and all that stuff, that's going to change. It's going to come down to buckling down in that paint and playing defense. So this Laker team is built pretty dang good. Now they just added Markieff Morris for some more paint power in the playoffs. So who's going to take down that dang monster? Clippers the only team the only team that can do it?
I would say the Clippers have a good shot because Kawhi versus LeBron. That's the good matchup right there, but the Clippers don't have an Anthony Davis answer. So Anthony Davis is going to go for like 30 and 20. And Markieff Morris will end up having like 20 and 5. And you're just like, what is happening? What is going on? Like, why? As a Suns fan, you're just looking at that like pissed. Like, why is he scoring points? That's just going to make me mad. I'll turn off the playoffs if that's what's happening. I can't.
Speaking of Suns right now, they're up 5 points in the third quarter with 5:12 to go. So
and
they're doing something right.
There's plenty of these games left on the calendar for the Suns. They're going to play the Nuggets again, I believe, as well. You got to beat some of these teams that are up here because if you're looking at anywhere from 3 down, they're pretty close together. I mean,
they were 5.5 yesterday after that win, so that probably puts them at 5 away now, right? If they get this win tonight, that's an important win tonight. If they get this win tonight, I think that number goes down to 4.
Especially if you can find ways to beat the Nuggets, Clippers, Rockets, maybe just 2 out of 3 of those games. Just chip away at them because they're not going to fall. They're not going to plummet down. But if you can chip some of those wins away from them and put them in your pocket, it's just house money. So am I saying the Suns are going to make the playoffs? No, I'm not. But anything could happen in the NBA. But they have to. It's an insurmountable effort. It's a big effort to do that. Huge.
And then when you beat teams you're not supposed to beat or not expected to beat, that adds to the whole thing. Like if tonight, if they can beat this team, nobody expects them to beat the Jazz in Utah.
Yeah.
So if they win that, the next 3 games are at home, winnable games. I mean, you got the Clippers next. That'll be, that'll be a tough one, but it could be winnable if they're sitting somebody out. Because they always load managing somebody.
That is the point. If you're beating teams with load management, okay, you're a good team. But if you're doing load management and you're losing, hey, we'll take it.
Right. We'll take it. And then after that, shoot, they can win the next 2 after that. So they can go on a 4-game winning streak right now if they can win this game tonight.
And that would at least put you over the Kings.
And those other teams are battling each other. Somebody's canceling somebody out at some point, right? Down the stretch. So could the Suns actually get on a hot streak and, not make that last 8, but at least push for it? At least push for it.
I can see the Suns doing what the Suns post Steve Nash did, which was gracefully finishing in 10th place every year like they did for so long before they finally said, you know what, we're done with this 10th place finish. We're just going to be in the bottom. So the Suns are going to go back to their old ways, not their old ways, or even their old ways. They're going to go to their old ways and just finish 10th.
That's about right. Because they're 13 now, right? So yeah. But that would be progress, though, right?
It would. Yes.
I mean, here we go in Arizona saying we making progress. We had 19 wins last year. Now we're sitting at 22, 23 now.
We celebrated when we matched our win total last year before the All-Star break. Like, that was a huge thing. We won more than we did already last year. Like, yeah, but man, I'm getting tired of this. I'm getting tired of looking at this.
It's getting kind of old. Where else can we go with this Suns thing? I mean, we know they're not going to make the playoff push. We know, but are they making a push to give us as fans enough to say, okay, they're getting better, and next year is going to be a better year? Are they giving us enough, or does this look like the same team going to show up next year and be the exact same thing?
No, I think next year I hope next year you're going to see a difference. I like what I'm seeing from Ayton lately.
Oh, you do?
I do like it. I still think he's the asset that you should trade if the right piece is available. But he is making progress. He's not getting more physical. I think he's just getting more active around the ball, which is fine. He's still a finesse guy, still taking jump shots. But if we can find a way to work that into the offense, okay. I'll take it, I guess.
And I think that's rubbing off on all our big men. None of these guys dunk the ball in the paint.
Yeah. We're looking for a guy to smash the ball.
We got to have somebody that'll just put it down on somebody's head. And he has many opportunities to do that, but he backs off and, like you said, shoots that jumper all the time. And so he's the key. Ayton is the key to this whole thing kind of coming together.
And he's getting not a lot of minutes right now because he's in some foul trouble as well. So
can Banks make a freaking layup?
No, I don't think he.
and he right under the rim, dunk the dang ball. That's what I'm talking about. Nobody got that mentality to go up there and just dunk the ball when they're that tall, 7 feet.
We got one guy who has it, and he wears the number 3. That's who.
Exactly, and he'll dunk on anybody at any time.
His own teammate if he had to.
Our big man should be doing that.
Yeah.
My goodness. Let's shift gears, man, and talk about this draft that's going to be coming up for the Cardinals.
Okay.
So far the rumblings are offensive tackle in most of the mock drafts. What do you think about that?
For those who can't see me right now, I'm shaking my head from left to right. No, I don't think we're getting a tackle in the draft. I don't see it.
Make any sense at all to me.
The only sense that it makes is, protect the rookie quarterback, which is what everyone is looking at last year's draft. Okay, what's their need now? Oh, they need protection for him. No, you have a quarterback who is getting pretty good and needs to get better, but because it's the NFL, needs to avoid tackles, and he's good at it, and he's fast. Okay, so we have that. That buys your offensive line a little bit of time, a little bit of insurance. I want CeeDee Lamb. We've been saying it since the season ended. CeeDee Lamb is who I want. I don't want AJ Green in free agency. I don't want Amari Cooper. I don't want Dez Bryant, Earl, because he's still around. I want CeeDee Lamb as the heir apparent replacement for Larry Fitzgerald, a big dude who can go up and get the ball, who's got finesse catches, and already has chemistry with Kyler Murray. I want CeeDee Lamb.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you right there. I mean,
not to kill the segment or anything, but I want. That's who I want.
Some of those mock drafts have CeeDee Lamb and Jerry Jeudy going back to back, 13 and 12 to the Raiders and the Colts. That's way too low for those two guys.
Yeah,
those two receivers are going to be dynamic typing. I mean, we're talking instant production on the field with those two receivers.
I think where they're going with this is that they're expecting like the first 3 out of 5 teams to be quarterback needy. So
I think so too.
That shifts a lot of the talent down.
Right.
Because, I mean, you're looking Bengals, they need one. Redskins don't need one if you're sticking with Haskins, but they could go typical Redskins and just keep drafting quarterbacks. Lions, you could say they might want to get one. Dolphins, yeah, they need one. Chargers, yeah, they're looking for one. Panthers, yeah, they're looking for one too. So those are some teams right there.
That's all. That, and see that now that's the thing that puts me in a heated kind of attitude towards Steve Keim, because all of that's going to take place. Those 3 quarterbacks, Herbert, Tua, and of course the number 1 Burrows, going off the board. That's 3 of the 7 teams that are picking before you, and
right.
You know the 4 people, and then you got what? Chase Young, Simmons, all these tight corners and defensive players are all gonna go. You're gonna have the choice.
Pretty much, it's like the first pick again, the first real pick.
Right. You're gonna have the choice to pick Jerry Jeudy or CeeDee Lamb. I mean, you got a choice. You can't blow that. I don't get it. I mean, I like I said, I'm writing a letter, and I got it. I got it. I'm gonna have it written out, and I have it the send button ready in case he do it.
Oh man!
And I'm gonna send that sucker up.
All right, real quick before we leave, though, can we get into some of this free agent stuff? I just want to name some names and see if you want any of them. So we got a big pocketbook right now this year, a lot of money to spend. So I'm gonna start naming names. You just say yes or no. Strong safety Tony Jefferson.
No.
No. Okay. Starting off with a no. That's fine.
I like Tony Jefferson in another system, and years ago he was. They played good together. I don't think they were all individually good though. Cover guys.
I'll give you that.
I mean, he's getting a little older in the tooth too. So no, I wouldn't want him. He wouldn't fit.
All right, let's hit the linebacker room because this is my favorite one. This is what we need, Earl. All right, you got a Dante Fowler Jr. You got Shaq Barrett. You got our man Marcus Golden. He's in there. You got Barkevius Mingo, Bud Dupree, Jamie Collins. Any of those names stick out for you?
Yeah, Fowler.
Right?
We already know the other guys are going to get tagged.
They might get tagged. But right now they're UFAs, so I mean you could get them.
I am going to say another former Cardinal doesn't move the needle for me. Golden doesn't move the needle for me.
Not even as a run stopper.
Nah, I mean it's like he still looks average to me. Like we have those type of players already.
See, to me he was popping off the tape when we played him in New York. He was popping off the tape to me, but maybe he was a little extra motivated. I didn't get to watch a lot of Giants games.
I don't think he's big enough to stop the run. I mean, you put him on the edge, he's got to be on the edge. Yeah, he can rush, but how consistently can he rush? Yeah, I haven't seen him do it consistently enough. But I don't know.
There is a linebacker that can rush. That's got a Super Bowl ring coming. That is currently about to be available, and that's Chris Jones. That's Chris Jones.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we're just keeping up with the Joneses on the edges here. I mean, I'm okay with that. If that's the only guy we sign,
dude,
that's fine by me.
We can pull that off. I'm down with that because that dude was the difference in the last 2 games for the Chiefs, shutting down Derrick Henry and having some form of closing down the run in the Super Bowl. So I would love to have that dude. Yep, but I got a feeling that he's gonna get tagged as well.
There's a lot of tags that are about to, when tag week comes up, man. Players get pissed and fans get happy because their favorites get retained. But go to Spotrac.com, guys. to check all this stuff out. There's tons of defensive talent that are unrestricted free agents right now. Just get your dreams set, your hopes up, so that Steve Keim can let you down in a couple months.
There you go. Oh man. Okay, so the cap space. I mean, try to put in order from worst. I mean, the most need that we need to in order from what do we need the most? Because that's what you use free agency for, right?
Yeah,
it's the needs. I don't think you use it for anything else. So now you need a need. That's where you do it for. So where are we really, really, really struggling
defensively?
Yeah, it is the so. You go after Chris Jones, but how much is he going to be asking for? That's all got to be part of it.
That's like 50% of your money.
What is the deal? What is the deal with Clowney? Is he out there?
He's out there. I just didn't name him because I don't know. For me, Clowney doesn't move the needle. He didn't impress enough for me in Seattle, and I thought he was going to blow it up, and he really didn't. He kind of faded behind.
You're right. I thought he was going to really blow up in Seattle, and I was like, yeah. He kind of was like average and mediocre at best. Yep. Yeah, I agree with that.
I'd rather have
he's
Chris
a big
Jones.
name, and that's all it is a big name.
Yeah.
How about we do what Steve Keim always do? Go in the dumps and find somebody in the dumpster and try to rekindle their career.
Nobody over the age of 31.
Go get Robert Kimdichie. No, I'm just joking.
I'm gonna walk out. I'm gonna walk out right now.
Yeah, exactly. No, but I would love to see what we do with that, man. It's going to be interesting, really interesting to see what Keim is doing. And he's already on record saying we're excited with our plan that we have in place. Blah 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 blah.
I'm excited to still have a job. Blah blah blah.
Yeah, this is it. This is it, man. I mean, yeah. Granted, his last year's picks and stuff are working out okay, whatever. But still, this is it. This is where this team has to make the next step, and you're in control of it, man. You got the cap space, you got everything you need to get this team to the next level. So let's see what happens. But I know Kyler Murray has already put his word in for CeeDee Lamb.
Oh, he sure did.
He already put that in already. So I mean, not saying that he's going to get any power to control what's happening in the front office at all, but I think he's earned enough right to say who he thinks we should go get.
Yeah,
so
he's got some power now and some pull. One more thing, too, I want to throw at you. I don't know we don't got much time, but we didn't get to talk about it last week. There is the option that the Cardinals could just tag Drake, I believe. So Drake could be your franchise tag, and that way you ensure keeping him until you figure out what to do with David for another year. Throwing that out there.
That's pretty good. That could be because who else do we have to tag?
I wouldn't tag anybody else.
Wow, the Suns are up 99 and 88 going into the fourth.
I heard something about a 3-point barrage, so it looks like they hit some threes.
Okay, finally. Real quick. Bruce Arians came back to the Valley this weekend, and I covered his event down there. And
my friend Yasmin was there. Shout out to Yasmin.
He said, I mean, you know how BA always have something you like, really? And he said that he watched David Johnson on tape last year and he liked him. He said he was fine.
No, he's protecting his guy. Come on. He's faithful. You know this.
Really?
Yeah, no, he's being faithful.
Really? That's just BA being BA. So, but if he's really that fine, then come and get him.
Yeah, I'll take that tight end off your hands.
Oh hell yeah!
Make it a straight up trade or straight up player for player.
Yeah. All right, Bird Gang. This one's kind of come to an end. I want to thank Chris for coming in, Chris Styles Lachuga for coming in from the Frontline Music Militia. And catch us next week. Hitting all the Suns action. And, of course, I think we should be hitting off with the full court press coming up next week. A lot of things going on in the Casual House.
Yeah.
www.ksrnaz.com. Go to the website. Go to all the wonderful shows that are playing on the network. And, of course, you got to check out Hip Hop All Night from 9 o'clock after we get off the air. 9 o'clock till 2 a.m. in the morning. All of the local artists' music they're playing live on the radio. So check it out, Bird Gang. We'll catch you next week. From Sean, Earl, peace out.
Peace.